Hi dears, welcome back to the channel. It's Anna with you here and you are in the recent news from Spain. As you can see today we are in an unusual place. We are in Benidorm town on the Levante Beach. We decided to come here because it's very nice weather today and we wanted to make this video somehow special. So as for the situation here in Spain, must say that we are very happy to see that the amount of cases is still decreasing. And as for the day of yesterday, in the last 24 hours, we only had 10,057 new cases, which means that finally more than a month has passed since the amount of cases started to slow down and decrease. And the index of people getting sick versus 100,000 of people yesterday was 416. And today already is 385. Have to remind you that the pandemic is not under control if it's more than 50 cases per every 100,000. So we still have a very, very long way to go. But at least the good news is that things are getting stable. A lot of people here in Spain say that they have the same opinion, basically, that this pandemic will be like waves as it is right now. The last year it was the same thing. In March it started, and at the end of May we went from the lockdown. We were able to go to the street. This summer was amazing. We didn't have that many cases, and by autumn cases started increasing again. So we think that it's going to be continuing this year and next year as well, because the amount of different mutations and different variations of the virus is increasing every day, so you never know what's going to happen. But at least we will be able to enjoy the weather and have a very nice summer, hopefully, fingers crossed. Melilla and Madrid are the only regions here in Spain. Melilla is on the south part of Spain near Africa, and Madrid is the capital in the center of Spain. They are the only two regions that have the index more than 500. All the rest of autonomic regions have less, so it's just amazing. Andalusia, which is on the south part of Spain, and Castilla y León, which is near Madrid, they've said that they are denying that they would relax all the measures due to the fact that they don't want the regions to suffer again the same increase in cases and the saturation and exaggerated amount of people in the ICU units and in the hospitals. And for a short amount of time at least, they won't change any measures and won't change any restrictions at all. Here in Valencian community, it's approximately the same. All the restrictions are still the same for 2 weeks, but our president of the region has declared that probably from the 1st of March, bars and restaurants will be able to open again. However, only the terraces, only the ones that have an open air terrace with limitation will be able to open, because they understand the situation, the difficult situation of the companies. However, they also know that the human lives, and to be able to say that we've changed the way the pandemic is going, we've already finished with the virus. We won't be able to say that if we open bars and restaurants, sadly, but true. Spain basically is one of the worst countries in European Union in terms of the number of deaths that we have. Yesterday and the day before we had approximately 700 of them, which is a lot. It's a huge number. These are record numbers and the worst numbers that we had since March, since all the pandemic started. But the experts basically say that we still need some time until we will see the difference in the ICU units, in the hospitals, and the amount of people losing their lives. Slowly we will start seeing it probably from the next week or two. So this is basically the situation. What else is happening? This was the news from yesterday or the day before. I didn't want to mention it, but now it's getting some kind of violent thing. So this is why I decided. Don't mind, these are just birds talking right here on the seafront. Basically what happened is that there is one singer. He sings, talks rap, as you want to call it. His name is Pablo Hasél, and he in his texts of the music, he writes his texts, his songs himself, and in those texts he basically somehow in a negative way talks about our monarchs, about our kings and queens, and about all this dynasty of kings here in Spain, in general about the kingdom, and implies somehow the violence and terrorism against the kings. After that, they've just decided that they will give him 9 months of prison. He was studying in the university here in Spain and in one of Catalonia's universities. That's the area, region where Barcelona is, for example, Girona. And they basically went to the university to arrest him. There was a lot of protests going on yesterday and today at night as well. I'm going to put your picture right here. From people basically to say that leave him alone and don't put him in the prison, because a lot of people think that he wasn't really talking that much about, he wasn't saying that he should like kill kings or something like that. He wasn't exaggerating that much. It's true that rap sometimes has like violent messages or sometimes has violent phrases and stuff that normally is not said, but this is the type of music it is. Sometimes this is the way that people express themselves, and a lot of people think that it's just not true, not fair to put him into prison because of that. But the protests are as well, I must say, too much. People shouldn't be that aggressive because they can make it pacifically. They can just manifest themselves and make protests in a peaceful way. They don't have to burn trash containers, for example, or throw something to the police officers. You know, that's not really how it should be. Another thing that I wanted to let you know is that here in Spain, we have a big problem here in Benidorm area with the AP7. This was the road that we had to pay for, high speed, like a highway. And this road was paid by us every time we wanted to cross it until last year, 2019. Basically, what happened? In 2019, this road started to be free of charge, and since then there is a huge noise coming from that road due to the increase in the amount of cars and very strong and big vehicles, you know, like trucks. The thing is that in Finestrat, there are a lot of new buildings and new villas and huge apartment buildings as well. I've showed you in the video that I did for prices for real estate here in Spain. There was one huge block of the apartments that basically was exactly in Finestrat. And these houses suffer a lot. The owners of these houses suffer a lot. They've put a lot of proposals. They went to the local like house, ministry house, to ask for them to measure the amount of sound coming out from the highway. And basically they did, and the amount of sound is 3 times that it should be. Even though, must say that right now we are in the difficult situation that mobility and movement of people is not that big as it normally is. And even though it's not that big, already now the sound is just unbelievable. People cannot sleep during the night. They cannot relax during the day. It's just awful. They are asking to put some kind of sound isolation in that area or do something just to avoid people basically getting crazy, which is not very good. And judges gave them the right, said that they are right. The sound is really, really bad. But for now, they didn't take any measures and any precautions to prevent this from happening. So we basically don't know what's going to happen. What else is happening here in Spain? Here in Spain, banks are asking the government to help a lot more to the companies, especially here in our Valencian region and here in Benidorm. A lot of companies have trouble with, economically speaking, with money, just because they're basically ruined. They don't have any money to pay for light, for social security, for any kind of taxes. Things are very bad. Although a lot of companies asked for credits, for eco credits, the ones that a bank gives them, but they are protected by the government. just in case, basically, if a company is not able to return the credit when the time comes and they have specific papers that demonstrate that they don't have any income, then in this case, the government itself takes care of that credit and pays it up to the bank. And right now we have several helps and kind of help to the companies, which is this eco credits, the same as ERTE. These are the payments that Social Security gives to the workers that have suspended their contract temporarily with the company while before they return. And it's still not enough. They will be giving a few thousands of euros, like 3,000 to 6,000 euros, depending on the amount of the company. They'll be giving this money to the companies, but it's just not enough because they have a lot of loss. And the hotels that we see right there, everyone have huge amount of loss of money, and this help is just not enough. What they are doing is that basically, they are asking for urgent measures to help the sector, and as well as our Minister of the area, Valencian area, Chimo Puig, has decided to give 8 million euros for all our region, especially the coast. That's where more tourism was, that's where all the hotels are, and the main sector is right here, to somehow be able to cover these costs and this loss, at least partially, for the companies to be able to maintain themselves until the situation will get better. So these are all the news from this area. What about weather? Weather, as you can see, it's just amazing. There is slightly any wind, almost nothing at all. It's very sunny, it's very nice. There's a lot of people walking here. In the next video, I'm gonna put you a separate video from the beach, from the Levante Beach in Benidorm, so that you could see all the beach, seafront, people walking, birds, nice weather, just to see how our Benidorm city, Levante part, is living right now in the pandemic. So don't miss that video, it's gonna be tomorrow. And as for the weather, as I already said, weather is very nice. Here in almost in all part of Spain, it's sunny, or at least sunny and cloudy partially. However, on the north part, as you can see right here, there's going to be some strong wind, waves as well. It's going to be cloudy and raining, sometimes heavy rain, especially at night today. What about the temperatures? Temperatures are right here. Temperatures are increasing in the majority of the parts here in Spain, except for north part. Here on the north part, you will have from 11 to 16 degrees, center from 11 to 18, south part from 17 to 21, and Mediterranean area from 14 till 24. In Alicante will be about 20 degrees, however, it feels like 23, 24 because it's very nice like this in the sport clothes, in a jumper. You don't have to wear a jacket on. And you have to wear sunglasses because our Spanish sun is already, we noticed that spring is coming. You have to wear glasses already because it's making difficult to open the eyes, the bright the sun is. And in Barcelona it's going to be 15, Granada 23, Madrid 16, Malaga on the south part of Spain will have 20, Sevilla approximately the same, 23. On the south part in Marbella will be also 21, 22 degrees. Murcia will have the highest temperature, 25. It's very nice in there, feels like summer. In Balearic Islands, which are Palma, Mallorca, Menorca and Ibiza, will have approximately 18 degrees. And Canarian Islands will have 22. Here in our region, it's, as I've already said, almost the best weather of the whole Spain, 24, 25 degrees. We are enjoying it. We are enjoying the sun while we can, and this is the only place we can take the mask off for at least some minutes and breathe the fresh air. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you still didn't do so, and put a like if you enjoyed watching this video and enjoyed the news for today. See you tomorrow in the new vlog from Benidorm. Don't miss it. Bye.